Hi, you all. Welcome back. Thanks again for always tuning in. And I'm so excited you're here for today's episode. We are going to talk about the important stuff today. We are going to talk about saving for travel and why saving can help so much when you're booking your next trip and make travel feel a little less overwhelming. Because when you are having kids in tow and you're trying to book 4 or 5 flights, that in and of itself can feel overwhelming. And so, let's just talk about ways that we do that as a family. And I'd love to also hear from you. And so if there's specific ways that you save for travel, or if this episode is resonating with you in any way, I'd love to hear from you on Instagram. You can find the link in the show notes. And so let's chat more because I love everyone's ideas about saving for travel. One thing that Kevin and I did when the boys were pretty young was we spent an entire year saving for 3 months away and really dove into traveling with the kids and even rented out our house. And so let's jump in and share how we did it and some different strategies that we used. First of all, we always make budgeting travel a priority. So it's never an afterthought. It's never something that we are putting on our credit card fully and dealing with it later. We are always thinking about travel and we're always thinking about how to save for travel. So for us, travel is like a non negotiable in our lifestyle. It's something that's really important to us and it's something that we are always going to want to do. And so the idea of saving becomes really fun. And it's also just a normal part of our financial rhythm. We're always chatting about our travel savings. And anytime we have a little extra cash, we always try to make sure that some of it is going into our travel fund. So we have a dedicated travel savings account. Kevin holds that account on his end, and it's one separate account, and it really changes everything because we just have a travel bucket. So it removes the guilt and the stress of booking a trip. It comes from the travel savings, and then it motivates us when this travel savings is getting low to work on refilling it. And so for us, we make sure to put into the travel account at least once a month. And then, like I said, if Kevin is DJing or there's extra income coming in that month, we will discuss where it goes. And sometimes some additional will go into that travel savings as well. Another thing that we really focus on is figuring out every few years what the best credit card is for travel. And so we want to make sure that we are prioritizing what credit cards we're using. So we're looking for if a credit card has a really good sign up bonus, if there are travel reward points or miles, maybe there's no foreign transaction fees. Maybe if we're booking with that specific credit card, there's travel protection and perks like insurance and lounge access and baggage coverage. We are always looking for the best credit card for travel. And when we are budgeting for each month, we are typically using the credit card that makes the most sense in terms of travel. Pairing a good card is really helping us save in multiple ways because often we're using that card for flights. And so maybe we are using a Southwest credit card where we've gotten access to a companion pass, which I can do a whole nother episode on. And so then we have all these points with Southwest, but we're also flying for free. Or maybe we're using a Chase credit card where we know we're getting 1.5 points for travel. And so then we're using those points to book the majority of our flights each year. We also have made travel savings really fun and transitioned it into a family activity. And so the kids know about it too. They know that we have a travel savings system and little small choices add up. So maybe they're really dying for this toy. And then we give them the option, do you want that toy or do you want to put this in your travel savings? And so we're trying to, first of all, help them learn more about money at a young age, but also specifically, hopefully, they will be really excited about travel one day too. So teaching them that travel is something that we are collectively working towards, it creates excitement and it creates buy-in before we even leave for the trip. Of course, there are some small daily habits that can add up as well. I would say we're not as much of a stickler about this, but it is a good point and a good tip. Like, example, coffee trade offs, or having an extra change jar, or rounding up in apps. Like, all of those little moves can help you as well. But we really are more about just creating part of our budget that we have that travel savings and setting mini goals for ourselves throughout. each month and throughout the year. And so you can start anywhere. You don't have to have $500 a month for travel savings. You don't have to have 100. You could put even $25 a month in a little account for your travel savings and it will add up. So then the next time you want to book a trip, it'll be there and you'll know that you have access to it and it'll be less stressful. And honestly, it'll make your trip even more enjoyable because travel doesn't need to require perfection. Consistency with this is going to help. Remember, the memories are worth the planning. The memories are worth the investment. And let's just get you traveling. So I hope this helps. Like I said, we're not necessarily sticklers about it, but there are ways that you can make your life so much more stress free and prioritize travel while doing it. Let me know what you think about this concept in the comments, and I'd love to hear more from you. So let's continue to build travel community together and lean in and help each other out. We'll talk to y'all soon.